Elites, what's going on? We live action. You already know what it is. Welcome back to another real world topic. Of course, I've been getting a lot of few subs lately, and of course, thank you for subscribing, first of all. Second, if you're not familiar with this, every now and then I do real world topics, mostly upon request. That's if, I accept them. And I discuss real world topics, nothing anime, nothing manga, nothing video game. So let's get into this. A while back, and I apologize in advance for just not putting this out, but a while back I received a PM from an individual, and for respect and privacy purposes, I will not say your name. This person writes, Ace, this is something I have asked several people, but they all have said they don't know because it never happened to them before. The situation is that I know a girl who has lived right next door to me my entire life, and roughly a year ago she began to date someone who actually hits her. At first I didn't even notice because I had my own girlfriend. But when she was on her porch one night, she had bruises all up her arm. Then I told the boyfriend to stop. He cussed me out. So I never talked to him again. I then asked the girl why she still liked them, and she only just changed this topic. So this kept up, and my girlfriend broke up with me for obsessing over it one day. And that day it pissed me off. I was so mad that I got into a fight with the boyfriend, and he hurt me pretty badly. I had rib damage, and he broke my wrist. So after 6 months, here we are now, and he is still dating her. I have not spoken to either of them, and I noticed her taking more days off of work, having bruises on her arms, and and she's not talking to anyone about it. So really, Ace, I'm at the point where I don't know what to do. If you could help, anyway, please do. Thanks, Ace. All right. Now, this situation, I can somewhat relate to. First things first, females who are in physical abusive relationships, that's not a good thing. And of course you have verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. Of course some say verbal and mental, that can go hand in hand. Now, across from me, there's this extra little complex right across from me, right there. This girl, she's with this guy. It's clear that he abuses her, because I've seen him get extra rough with her in broad daylight. So if he's doing that in broad daylight, ain't no telling what he's doing behind doors. So this is my advice. Of course, I could speak on the whole obsessing thing, and how your girlfriend broke up with you because of that. But what good would advice be if what good would my advice do for a situation that's already been passed? Regarding that, you and your girlfriend. But if it was me, I look at it like this. To an extent, I just say, hey, when a girl is in a relationship like that, I'm sorry, as brutal as it may sound, and as cutthroat as it may sound, hey, I have very little sympathy for situations like that. Now hear me out, this is the thing. Why are they staying with this guy? Like for all the ladies who are watching, your boyfriend or whatnot, or the guy you're with, he's putting his hands on you. But you continue to stay with him. He's putting bruises on you. He's hitting you. Treating you like you're just nothing. But you continue to stay with him. This is your choice, and your choice alone. You are making these choices. So I'm not going to feel sorry for someone when it's like, damn, you should, you don't have to put up with this. But yet you still are. Now, however, this is the thing though. I'm open-minded, I'm fair. I don't know everyone's situation. Maybe she can't get out. Maybe she's so in too deep she can't get out. But then again, I wonder about that. Why can't she get out? Did she move out of state to where she has no family up here, and this is the only place she can stay with her boyfriend or whatever? Or did she burn her bridges with all her family, all her friends, and all she have is this guy? So basically she's stuck. She's like, man, I don't have nowhere else to go, but I'm stuck here. What am I going to do? I might as well take these bruises and take this abuse because I have nowhere else to go. But if that was the case, that she burnt her bridges, then again, that's her fault. And that is the karma of it all. She burnt her bridges with her friends and family. Now she's stuck in a situation where she just basically can't get out of. But me, I really do, I mind my own business. You know, of course, with where I live, it's a very dangerous city. And there has been times where I hear the commotion. I look outside, you know, she's storming out the place. Or she'd pull up in the car, he'd come outside, fussing at her, snatching her up by her arm, pushing her. Like one time, he pushed her just right down on the ground. She started crying. He like, get your ass up. You know, he pulling her up, and I'm just thinking like, you know, like damn it, like that's uncalled for. That's not right. That's, you know, that's not honorable. You know, I don't commend that at all. But I'm like, why is she dealing with that? And how you said one time you seen her sitting on the porch. One time I seen her sitting at the bottom of the stairs. The way her door opens up, you know, it's the door, then there's the screen. She's just sitting at the bottom of the stairs, you know, knees to chest, holding her knees, just looking down, looking sad, depressed. It was a sad sight. And I know, you know, one day I may be going to the store, or maybe going to work, or coming home from work. I may see her. At one point, I did think, like, man, if I was to see her, I would ask her, like, why are you with this guy? Look, y'all right across from me. You know, your building is right across from my building. I see and hear these things. Why are you still putting up with this? Like, and she's not a bad-looking female at all. That's the other thing that just pissed me off, you know, towards him. Like, he has a nice-looking female, and he's just treating her like this. So I'll just be thinking, like, damn, why are you, you know, putting up with this? And some people will be like, I've told other people about this situation. Not asking them for advice, but I just told them about the scenario. People was like, oh man, well, maybe you should be that knight in shining armor, you know, maybe you should be that guy, man, you know, to rescue her from harm, maybe, you know. And I'm thinking like, but this is my thing. I don't know the backstory. I don't know. I don't know if she burnt her bridges, but then again, I don't know if she completely burnt her bridges, because one time, you know, when that time he pushed her down on the ground, snatched her up, a car came, put her up to right to the front door. She came out. It was a guy in the driver's seat, and there was a lady in the passenger seat. She came out. She was crying. They handed her like a little grocery bag with something in it. She just went back in the house. I don't know who those people were. I don't know if those were her friends, her relatives, his friends, his relatives. But I'm thinking, what the hell? So, but I just mind my own business about it. However, I will say this. I commend you. All right? I commend you. You know, it's very admirable and honorable to stand up to situations like this, because this is just not right. I don't believe and support, you know, beating a female, you know, getting a, you know, just getting like, they go to walk away or something. You get mad, you have to push them or snatch them up. Like, it's like, damn, do you really have to go there? Like, you letting this female, you know, get to you on that level. Like, at least keep it verbal. I'm not saying that's, you know, really all that right, because there is verbal abuse. At least keep it verbal, but, you know, I commend you for standing up for that. However, of course, in this situation, there can be, in those kind of situations, there can be consequences. Like you said, you all got into both of you got into a physical fight, and you got hurt pretty badly. And those are some of the consequences I think of, or vice versa. I could end up hurting this dude so bad, and then I end up getting in trouble. Because one time, you know, he was pushing her, snatching her up, cussing at her, you know. It was a guy out there. He looked at him. What the fuck you looking at? Well, you want to do something? You want to do something? And I'm thinking like I'm so glad I'm not out there. Like, I actually put myself in that position where I was the guy out there, and he looked at me and got extra tough. Now, I'm not saying I'll be ready to fight over some words, but, you know, part of it you take seriously, but then the next part you don't. Because I'm looking at this guy, you know, think he Mr. Get Bad out there sagging, You know, and we all know the origins behind what sagging really means. That's some gay stuff. And he don't got on no shirt. Think he missed a get bad or something. You know, got some air in his chest. Getting rowdy with everybody who was watching. So I put myself in that position. And like I said, the joking part, I was looking at him like, man, so you getting tough now because you are physically, you're feeling like you have full regulation because you are physically more superior than this individual right here. So she can't pull away from you. She can't fight you back. So you feeling like you He-Man. So you feeling that way towards another grown man. And that's when stuff can really get serious because, like I said, he like on my end, I look at it both ways. I could get really hurt or he can get really hurt because I don't know his past, he don't know my past, and he may be on some medication, I don't know. But if he's crazy enough, all right, if he's crazy enough to do that in broad daylight, obviously he's a little bit off his rocker. He's reckless. So I gotta take that into to consideration. But this is the thing. On the flip side, with me, I just tell him, like, I can look at him, I can smirk, I can just scoff, you know, I can do the hand gesture, like, man, whatever. Or I can say, look here, man, I'm not her. I'm not a female and I'm not bitch made. Like, don't. And then, of course, he's already mad. He's going to want to probably fight me over words, over altercation. But the messed up thing in my case, he's one of the worst because, like I said, I could be minding my own business. I've seen people minding their own business, but just because they're around, he tries to taunt them. Like, what? It's like them people, they over there with theirs, and they're minding their business, and he still want to, you know. But I think that might be, he might be his own cause of death because it's going to be somebody walking by. Like I said, this is a dangerous city, murder capital. Somebody could be walking by while he's doing that. And he may get righted with somebody. That person could be the wrong motivator, and they can pull out something. Next thing you know, he on Fox 2 News. But, so what I do, I mean, Fate could play his cards. Even though I mind my business, like I said, I could run into that. Now, I have seen him before. That's the thing, though. I've seen it, like, we've actually walked past each other, all right? But it's never been the case when, you know, I'm leaving out and I see both of them. So what I suggest, man, like, I just sit back and reevaluate what good came out of this. Like I said, I really commend you. It shows you are honorable, admirable. You have a spirit, a conscience, and a soul because you don't, you know, you don't stand for that. You know, that's cool. But at the same time, we have to live our own life, and as they say, you got to do you. Because I have to sit back and look at every situation, what could be the outcome, if it could be good or bad, or if I could benefit from it. I mean, I guess what you can call the authorities. Or you can get proof. If he does it, and if you can catch him doing it, film it or whatnot. I don't know what city or state you live in or how fast the police reaction time is. Out here, the police reaction time is not all that good. Of course, I stay on the edge of my city, and right across, like a little bit over there, is the next city, and they don't play. There was a fight at a McDonald's. I BS you not, my right-handed guys. The McDonald's people, they called for that fight. 6 police cars and a helicopter came out. Yes. Yes. So that city right there don't play. But like I said, I'm on the edge of my city. You know, the response time, they play. But you got to look at the situation because looking at everything, you lost your girl. You took physical damage. And that girl in an abusive relationship, she's still with the guy. So I know you're feeling like, man, what's the point? I know you said what you should do. I would just throw my hands up. If you, like I said, you can call the authorities. But of course, I know you've talked to her. You've tried to reason with her. You said she changed the subject. She's not gonna, you know, her mind can't be changed. Her mind is made up. She's probably stuck with the guy, whatever her situation is. So my advice is, I would just, after the losses I've received, with me losing my girl and getting a physical damage, right there, I'm like, you know what, I'm done. You know, there was a person in my family, there was a family member where it was a situation like this. You know, they're in an abusive relationship. Next thing you know, me, my brother, my cousins, we all, man, we was like an angry mob. We was ready to rip this guy in a million pieces, you know. So what happened? We get her out of there. Like, look, you coming with us? You know, we're family. We love you. You coming with us? Whatnot? We get her out of there. We get her situation squared up. She go back to the guy. That right there, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm done. As heartless as it may sound, that's it. Like, when, so basically that's what I'm telling you. I guess lesson learned from those losses, and just for me, I don't know if you can feel this way, but this is me. Like I said, I have little to no sympathy for people who just continue. She knows that people want to help her. I'm pretty sure. She can tell you care. But yeah, she still don't want to. So, hey. But like I said, call the authorities or, you know, just chalk it up as a loss. But unfortunately, there are females out there, they don't have nowhere else to go. They're stuck. But at the same time, they can slowly try to get themselves out of there. They can. They can try to, you know, something can be done. They can seek help. They can call the police. They can do something. They can make new friends or new acquaintances to where if they reach out, the possibilities could be endless as far as the help they can receive. So that's my thing about it, ladies. Oh, and for all the ladies who's watching this, who has been in an abusive relationship, physically abusive relationship, I commend you for getting out of that. And for the fellas, I mean, for anybody, all the guys who are watching it think that's cool. To beat a female, like, that makes you feel like a man, then damn it, you're not a man. If you are a man, you messed it. Like, you an insane man. Like, something is wrong with you. Like, it's just, it's not cool, and it shows your morals, and you have no integrity, no self-respect, and it shows how you were raised. So, fellas, don't do it. Females don't stand for it. This the Elite Ace. I hope this video was informative. For all the ones, like I said, who sent their video requests, don't worry. I'm getting to them. I didn't forget about you. Ace, signing out.